Like, she really looks like she's a part of the Addams family now. Like, no, I mean this, like, respectfully, though. Like, this is... I don't like talking about people, you feel me? Especially people who, like, already has insecurities, like, for you to want to change your face at all. You know what I'm saying? But nobody looks human anymore. You feel me? I'm not sure who she is. She looks like the Magic School Bus lady. You feel me? I'm not sure who she is. You know what I'm saying? But look, I'm sure this is about like plastic surgery stuff. So I'm somebody who is like pro natural, you know what I'm saying? But if you feel more confident with plastic surgery, but when it gets to the face, that's too much. You know what I'm saying? Maybe a little titty reduction there. Maybe a BBL. Maybe. But that's not... I love natural. You know what I'm saying? But maybe. But let's play this video and see.
Third facelift.
Are you happy with the results?
I kind of am.
You look great.
I know I'm shallow, but I am. Take a good look at the face.
Come on!
That is not Demi Lovato. That Demi Lovato does not give me real...
Demi Lovato used to come from this to that. She did change, I'm not gonna lie. Like now,
person vibes.
Is it just me, or do other people get uncanny valley from people with a lot of plastic surgery? You don't look like a human being I see on the regular streets, and it's noticeable.
facts.
I am freaking out right now. I
This
just saw a
one's
picture
very
of Mandy
noticeable.
Moore. Who is that?
Wait, whoa. Wait, no, my fault. She went from this to this. I'm not gonna lie. I thought like face plastic surgery was always supposed to be for older people, not for younger people. When like you're not even fully matured into your face yet. Like look, one thing that some people need to realize: if you get plastic surgery in your face, you're already young, but you're gonna be somebody young trying to look young, and that's just gonna make you look older. That's why I don't get why some people do it in their face, especially when they're young, 20s and 30s. That's supposed to be something like 40s and 50-year-olds do. Let's continue though.
If I would have went into a coma 5 years ago and woke up today, I wouldn't recognize 90% of Hollywood. What the hell is going on?
We've reached a strange point in beauty standards where the more perfect you look, the less beautiful you are. Wild take, but hear me out. Some of the most beautiful women in the world don't look like themselves anymore.
Whoa. Selena Gomez. You fell off crazy. What the fuck? You used to be some fine shit.
Yeah,
well,
some of the most beautiful women in the world.
You feel me? Look at Selena here.
Don't look like themselves.
Yo, what the fuck? Aren't you only in your 20s? Or are you 30 something right now? But still, this is, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, you don't, yeah. You look like a skinwalker. What the
They've
fuck?
become so snatched, so sculpted,
No,
so symmetrical.
not Miley Cyrus.
And now their faces.
They caught Ariana too? Damn.
All look perfect, but not in a good way. So let's get this straight. I'm kind of
I love my natural,
because the last
my
thing
natural
I want to
black
do is speak
queens and
down
queens
on a
in general,
woman's
you know what I'm saying?
face. That's brutal, but something about the new.
Oh yeah, look. If we keeping it all the way a bean, I don't know her name, but I know her from the girl from y'all know Wednesday. This is bad. This is bad. I'm not. Who is this Megan Good? I know she used to be like real, like pretty, but yeah. I don't like the looks. Like y'all got too strong of a chin. Like y'all got a men's jawline. It doesn't look right.
Standard face doesn't sit right anymore. Literally. And there's young girls growing up all around the world thinking that this is right. We're gonna talk about the almost pretty girl. The girl who has every feature that can make her beautiful according to beauty standards. But these features have literally cut out the warmth, the emotion, and that little bit of life that used to make someone beautiful. This video is going to be a whole lot of tough love, so if you cannot stand the heat, the oven is going to be on 450 degrees, so I'm sorry, you're going to have to get out the kitchen. Welcome to the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. Now, I'm not saying you have to subscribe. You're classy. I know you don't just give those away.
I'm not
for
gonna lie,
free,
this is
but hopefully
crazy
at the end
though.
of this video, we become bestie enough for you to take that next step. Now, before we start,
I'm not trying to be mean or by saying some of the stuff that I'm saying.
It goes deep.
First, look, I do want to clarify this. I'm not trying to be mean about any of the things that I'm saying. But, like, a lot of these ladies are beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? But, like, it's like you're doing so many modifications in it. And, like, it's making you look like a completely different... Like, you're not yourself anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like... I feel like when plastic surgery gets to the face, it's too much, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, I believe that, like, a lot of the, like, models are doing the perfect face right now because, that's, I don't know why they're doing it, if I'm being honest. They're already top echelon on the beauty. I don't know why they're doing it's you're just losing points in realness and relatability to people.
I need to show y'all an app that literally pays you to do stuff you already do on your phone, and that's free cash. Now, a lot of you are going to choose some favorite sneakers to choose from. Most apps make coin and you can earn one of those. Hit my account using my link to offer saying try for then beauty wasn't perfect. But that's exactly what made it perfect. Since celebrities have always been the blueprint for what beauty is supposed to look like, they're our main focus for today. And in the early 2000s to 2010s, not only could you see women with natural beauty, you could see faces that looked completely different from each other.
Before Instagram face, beauty used to be bold. Faces were striking and complex, and you could actually remember them. No one trying to blend in with one another, and no one looked the same. There used to be so much mystery and diversity to women. Faces were textured, asymmetrical, and expressive.
You could open magazines like InStyle, Essence, and Teen People and see girls and women like
I ain't gonna lie, that's not my side of things, but like I definitely see, like, at this point in time, there's like that's what I believe though. Look, this is what I'm gonna say. Beauty is supposed to be in the eye of the beholder. Beauty isn't like it isn't like something scientifically measured. Like, y'all gotta realize, if everybody is doing the same thing, like, it gets old quick. And y'all are gonna realize that when like, people love the real and authenticity of things. People love that all these women were like, look, the BBLs, I know, like, people are like in tune with the BBL, but the BBL is different though. It's not the actual face. You still look human with the BBL, you know what I'm saying? But in the titty reduction, or people do like the list with that too, you know what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to say this, like, if beauty was up to men, we would say that natural beauty is fine. You know what I'm saying? But we're saying this to say this, like, you're taking away the aspect of like natural beauty, and you're trying to make it come down to a science, and that's only gonna
Beyonce, Mandy Moore, Keke
children
Palmer,
want to change
Amanda
themselves
Bynes.
as well.
And I'm not gonna
feel
sugarcoat
like
this and make
they're
it
not
seem like the
beautiful.
beauty standards back in the
That's
day
what I was trying to
couldn't be
say.
toxic. Thigh gaps and cheekbones were still glorified. Let's get that settled.
Danielle, you went to the dentist, but you refused to have your gap closed. Do you really think you can have a CoverGirl contract with the gap in your mouth?
Yeah, why not?
This is all people see. It's Easy Reads Beautiful CoverGirl. It's not marketable.
Yeah, just a little bit is okay, but I don't want to completely close it.
Well, I guess she just left the gap wide open for another girl, baby.
I agree.
Heroin chic is a style popularized in the early 1990s fashion and characterized by pale skin, dark circles underneath the eyes, emaciated features, androgyny, and stringy hair, all traits associated with the abuse of heroin or other drugs. A 1996 article in the LA Times.
So basically, all they asked was on heroin. All the models
Stated that the fashion industry had a nihilistic vision of beauty that was reflective of drug addiction.
I'm just gonna say this, if the beauty standards back in the day weren't toxic, women wouldn't look like how they look today. Moral of the story, women used to look like themselves. And I know that kind of sounds like an oxymoron because of course women look like themselves. But when we take a look at today, it makes sense why I'm saying that. Over time, natural beauty started to...
I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm not gonna lie. This shit looks like ChatGPT, like, putting the faces in, like, copying, like, but barely altering them. Just the same person in different... This is the same face. Like, what the fuck?
Feel outdated. Almost like it wasn't enough to just look like yourself.
Most of my life, I felt self-conscious because I didn't have as much chest as other grown-up women. So I went to the hospital and had what they call plastic surgery.
But why? What was wrong with the way you were?
But I just never felt good about myself the way I was.
As the beauty standards started to get more aggressive and it started to get more accessible in a way that made a lot of women feel like they had to have it, like they had to keep up.
Female celebrities are pretty much in an impossible position where they're required to look perfect and look youthful forever in order to have a career. But they can't look too overdone or they'll be plastic and they won't look effortless, and that will damage their career because they won't be able to emote and make the facial expressions that they need for acting.
So since that, I think that why all the women are getting their face like that now they're trying to make the trend. Everyone is getting their face overdone, and now that is scary. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that's very scary, and that's scary for like the younger women coming up as well. Like, yeah, that's just very scary.
I mean, they're damned if they do, damned if they don't. It's no wonder that celebrities are going to seemingly any length to look young and flawless forever.
Once celebrities and influencers started showing off these upgrades, people wanted those results.
I went to Kris Jenner's last guy because the new guy is $1 million.
For a facelift?
For a facelift.
No way.
And the ladies are lining up. These psycho are calling and using code words and passwords. And you've got to know the password to get Kris Jenner's guy for $1 million.
What?
Most people have a shopping wish list. I have a surgery wish list. There are all the surgeries, treatments, etc. that I would get if money wasn't an issue.
I want this nose. I need this nose. I would pay to have this nose.
From the nose jobs to the lip fillers, the brow lifts, and yes, Ozempic has a lot to do with this also, but we'll get to that later. The new go-to look started to become more sculpted and almost exaggerated. And as it became that, it also
Wait, no
did
way,
and
that's...
almost...
No. I don't know who you are, my baby, but you ruined your face. You were beautiful.
Almost exaggerated. And as it became that, it also became more tempting because now you didn't have to be born with it. You could just buy it. So that's when we started to see this unsettling movement of women swapping out their natural beauty for something a bit more manufactured.
I got my third facelift. They yanked my face. And I said, give me a good yank. I go...
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Like, look. This is what you can see how our facelift is. Like, there's a lot of wrinkles in the eyes. And, like, y'all see the neck. Like, there's, like... They probably, like, sewed parts of the neck together. Like, you can see, like, lines on the neck. You know what I'm saying? Or is that a handprint of the person pushing that shit up that hard? It's one of the two. But, like, your face is, like... You feel me? It's okay to be an older woman in this field. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways that you can rejuvenate the younger woman by showing that it's okay to be an older woman and you can still do certain things. You know what I'm saying? Instead of chasing trying to look younger. You know what I'm saying? We all have our ups and downs in life. We're not staying young forever. You know what I'm saying? It's just that time for it to be past. But you can do things that make you feel younger and be happy with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Do things that make you happy, but you have to be happy with yourself because you're on your third facelift. You're probably gonna get a fourth because you're not that happy with yourself. But that's okay. That's something that you have to do internally.
Doctor, I don't want to see you in 6 months. Give me a good, get in there and just start pulling, just go yanking.
Now this is where it gets really interesting because people aren't just talking about bad surgery. They're talking about the weird, uneasy feeling they get from just looking at it. Today, there are countless women with the exact facial features we were taught to want. The sharp jawline, the high cheekbones, the big pouty lips. But instead of looking stunning, something looks off.
People's faces are really starting to scare me.
Yeah.
Your lips don't need to look like they're trying to escape.
And I noticed Nicole Kidman having a weird mouth or something wrong with her face in Aquaman. I literally could not enjoy the movie when she was on screen because it was like something was going on. I don't know if it was like too much Botox because like her face didn't have like movement or anything, but this was terrifying.
And y'all, it's so hard to put it into words without sounding or coming off as rude, but let's be real, a lot of women nowadays, they don't look human. They don't look
like that,
like a real person. They almost look like wax figures.
You look like Chucky's
Women
wife
don't really
right
look
now.
like human beings anymore. Hundreds of thousands of perfectly beautiful, healthy women, in trying to become even more beautiful, even more perfect, are literally disfiguring their faces with filler.
Mar-a-Lago face is getting a lot of plastic surgery work done, right? Whether it's actually reconstruction or you're just getting injections here, there, and everywhere. But these people...
Like, look, I feel like she is more like seething to the eyes to look at than some of the women with the surgery got done. Really, 95% of the women that got their work done. I'm not gonna lie, I feel safer here than all the women that were shown.
People do not look like human beings anymore. It's very uncanny valley.
Take Demi Lovato, for example. She was introduced to the media as a child star, appearing in movies and TV shows like Camp Rock, Barney and Friends, and Sunny with the Chance.
Hey, I'm Demi Lovato from Camp Rock. And you're watching Disney Channel.
And behind the scenes, she was struggling with something that not even a lot of adults can handle. From eating disorders to battles with addiction, Demi's journey hasn't been easy. So seeing her healthy and thriving today is amazing.
Once I relapsed, the floodgates were open. Within a couple of weeks, I called a dealer and I was like, do you have and he said no, but I have and I was like,
the 27-year-old went on to explain how she's come to be more accepting of her body.
Now when I look in the mirror and I start to have a negative thought, so what I say to myself is, nope, you're healthy and I accept you.
When someone's been through that much, it's not surprising they'd probably want to look like a completely new version of themselves. So as she's reintroduced herself to us today, people have started to talk.
That is not Demi Lovato, and I don't care what anybody...
I'm not gonna lie, she doesn't look like it, but...
She says she went through a rough patch, and I'm all about healing. But that Demi Lovato does not give me real person vibes.
Something about her new look looks unfamiliar. Her face is a bit more uplifted.
I'm guessing this was before and this is after. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this looks... Yeah. It doesn't... This look... Yeah. Like, that's why I'm saying when it gets to the face, it's... You guys should definitely...
The cheeks are a bit more hollowed and her lips are a lot more pouty, almost to the point where it seems like she can't even close them. There's almost an uncanny, unemotional stiffness to her face.
When I was a preteen, the beauty standard was heroin chic. It was the very, very, very frail, thin looking people. The beauty standards were just so unrealistic. And so I wanted to be that role model for myself.
There seems to be a pattern here. We see celebrities, and most of them being child stars, like Selena Gomez, Ariana Grande, Miley Cyrus. Women who had a distinct, unique look to them growing up now have this sculpted, ultra...
Oh my goodness gracious. Selena Gomez, no. That looks... No. Like, the other two aren't nearly as bad as Selena's, but damn, it's still bad.
Snatched look, and they just look like a shell of their past self.
For sure.
Seeing Miley Cyrus, and something about it is like really off. Like, she just doesn't even look like a real person.
There was a selfie from the music video shoot, but then like when you watch the music video, she just looks so different. I don't know, it's like off.
Selena Gomez's name has been coming up a lot, and I know it's a sensitive topic because a lot of people argue that her new look is tied to her lupus diagnosis. And while she's been incredibly open about her health, she's had a kidney transplant, she takes a lot of medication, and she has weight fluctuations that comes with it.
I had arthritis, my kidneys were shutting down, my mentality was just to keep going.
But even with all of that in mind, people are noticing something else. Something that normally doesn't tie into health.
Why is she transforming into an elderly Chinese woman? 18 million views, 513,000 likes is crazy. People on social media have been talking about Selena Gomez's new look, saying that she does not look like the same person at all. She looks a little bit more gaunt, she looks a little bit older. It's true that she always has had a fuller face in the past, and she says that a lot of her appearance changes is due to her...
I'm not gonna lie, this is fine. Like, she was fine like this. like you're taking away the realness,
lupus.
like
Meanwhile, others
the
are totally convinced that she's
individuality
just
from
getting
it.
plastic surgery.
Her features look more sculpted, lifted, and tighter in ways that feel like they go beyond what lupus alone could cause. And that's where the conversation gets a little uncomfortable, because no one wants to criticize how a woman is coping with her illness. But when the changes start to feel more cosmetic than medical, it opens the door for a lot of people to question what's going on. And wow, are they questioning?
Does having lupus make you Chinese? I don't think it does. I think this is a plastic surgery thing. I could be wrong. If you're a person with lupus and then, you know, suddenly people start referring to you as Shang Mei, hit me up. I want to know your story.
Comments like, she looks so fake, she's in her Area 51 era, Selena Gomez is hard to look at, are popping up in comment sections everywhere. And y'all, as cruel as these comments are and extremely unnecessary, we can't deny why there's a reaction to celebrities' new faces, because it's for a reason.
So recently Jenna was in Paris for the premiere of Wednesday season 2. Here's a before and after.
No, this was like, she really looks like she's a part of Adam's family now. Like, no, I mean this like respectfully though. Like, this is, I don't like talking about people, you feel me, especially people who like already has insecurities, like for you to want to change your face at all. You know what I'm saying? But like, and I know she's young. Like, you're not even fully grown into your face yet. So with you're not fully grown into your face yet, like, it's gonna look bad when you get like, when you hit your mid-20s, it's gonna look bad. I'm not sure how old she is. I forgot her name, but I think she's 20 something. I think she's 20 or 20, 21. But once you hit like 26, 27, I'm not gonna lie, it's gonna look very bad. Like, right now, you look like me looking, look, chat. Us looking at this, she looks like 30 something. Like, right here you look like your actual age, but right here you don't really look real, and you look in your 30s. Like, that's bad. I want the best for y'all, but
after, and she looks very different. But people are not happy with this difference, and because of it, she's receiving thousands of nasty hate comments. People saying that she looks malnourished. People are accusing her of being on snow, and overall, just saying a lot of very mean things.
Y'all remember earlier when we talked about how back in the day, beauty and being pretty wasn't perfect? Well, fast forward to today, beauty is perfect. You basically have to look perfect to be considered pretty.
Wait, did she get face done? Her face doesn't look like theirs. I'm not gonna, she's very pretty.
Especially with comments like these and the comments I just read. That only adds to the pressure of having to be perfect.
For a few years, I have felt this constant pressure to be the prettiest in every space I walk into. And I think it's really hitting me today because I'm noticing that constant stress I add to myself is weighing on me mentally and physically. I feel crazy because I'm like, why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I have to be the prettiest everywhere I go?
And for a lot of women, that pressure turns into procedures. If we take all the Botox, the fillers, the surgery, the Ozempic, we get a woman that looks like a prettier version of herself but not entirely. That's because the version was pushed too far, and instead of looking natural, she looks man-made.
When I see a celebrity like this, first I get uncanny valley unease, but also, and I feel bad about this, so just know I feel bad already. I don't find them pretty anymore, and not because their new features aren't pretty, because someone could have these features naturally and be gorgeous. There's something Frankenstein about all these celebrities having these cut and paste parts to the point where they're not even themselves anymore. Actually reminds me of—
okay, yeah, that looks bad. Now this was
all these celebrities having these cut and paste parts to the point where they're—
this is a bad picture, but I'm sure this is how it really looks. Like, you're probably look, this is probably what it looks like in person, but you're probably getting you probably do it so you can try to look better on camera, but like in person it's yeah,
not even themselves anymore. Actually reminds me of The End of Death Becomes Her. They've just replaced their parts so many times and they're so botched. It's like good from far, but far from good. And beyond this making you look kind of like a wax museum version of yourself, it also takes away from whatever made you you in the first place, okay? So here's Zoe Kravitz, here's Shania Twain, Kate Beckinsale, here's Demi Moore. Wait, my favorite one's coming. Here's Lea Michele, and here's Demi Lovato again. This one's more subtle, but here's Dakota Johnson. And for the record, she used to look like this. First of all, everybody said, give me this jawline, the lips of a fish, hollowed out cheeks. Everybody has the same eyebrows. And all of this combined with Ozempic just makes everybody look like this creepy, almost pretty version of themselves, but it's just not pretty because it's missing a crucial ingredient to beauty, which I think might be authenticity.
One crucial shift in society to blame for this, and I was gonna call it a hot take, but it's not a hot take. It makes a lot of sense. And that is the rise of AI beauty. I'm talking about the filters that warp what a beautiful—
yeah, the AI filters are good and bad. Like, look, I know y'all want to look the best that y'all can do. You feel me? I'm an advocate on women wanting to look the best that they can. You feel me? Because my girl or whoever I'm talking to, if I'm taking you somewhere, I want you to feel confident. I want you to feel that. But first, confidence starts here. You have to know that you're that bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, you shouldn't let because what somebody else looks like make you feel different. You gotta focus on you. What can you do to make you feel better, not for you to look like somebody else? Because the more like we say, like, beauty it's never just one person that like everybody thinks is beautiful. Like, beauty is authenticity. It's like a form of art. It's you. You know what I'm saying? It's you. But like, you changing that it's not you anymore.
Face is supposed to look like entirely. These filters don't just smooth the skin and remove pores. They literally rebuild you.
If you don't look drop dead gorgeous with this filter, there is no hope for you.
They lift your cheekbones, they pinch your nose smaller, they make your lips bigger, and they give everyone that same symmetrical face. And the worst part is, we accepted that as beautiful.
That's why y'all trying to make it the same as the filter.
So used to seeing these faces so often, these warped faces, they started to look normal, and they started to become our beauty standard.
AI is about to change the way when we assess beauty, sort of like how plastic surgery did. And the very first thing that I thought of was this one creator. I'm gonna show you. I'm not even gonna really talk about her or her videos, just the imagery that she uses in it, and all of them are all AI generated. I don't know what her prompt is, but I imagine it's literally just like model or pretty model, and this is what it spits out. But the images that her AI spits out, they're all kind of weird. Because while there are women out there who do kind of look like this, it's interesting to think that her AI, when prompted to develop a pretty woman or a model woman, it thinks that all of them look like this. I imagine as a woman or even like a young teenage girl, seeing images like that are only gonna get more and more common on the internet, like that's gotta like mess with your brain and what you think that you should look like. I just don't like it.
Now, I want to show y'all a real example of this. Stick
I don't
with
like
me.
it either,
There's a
gang.
rise of women who are using a silly filter. Filters that most people would say are ugly. But these women use these filters so much, they actually started to love how they look with them. They actually started to see themselves as beautiful with this filter. So think about it. The more you look at a filter or a surgically altered face, at first it probably looks weird, but the more you look at it, the more you think it looks okay.
This distortion of reality aligns with the cultivation theory, which suggests that long-term exposure to media content shapes viewers' perception of reality, which is like...
Now look, I love that this is here. So look, this is when I say I'm gonna give y'all some game. Like I said in the prison break video, what you consume dictates your future. Now look, if you're picturing that you want to be like someone, you know what I'm saying, like let's say you're somebody who, oh, you want to have a BBL like them, you want to have the house like them, you know what I'm saying, look, whatever you're doing in a moment, you can bring it to you by you saying, like, look, every step that I'm getting closer to becoming the biggest streamer that I want to personally become. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be the biggest streamer, but I know what place I want to be at. But I'm saying this to say this, like, you have to become that person, and like you basically see, like you keep continuously doing the affirmations. Like look, my apologies. You keep looking at yourself with the filter. It's like a form of affirmation in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because you're affirming that you want to be this beautiful. So you're saying, how can I make this me? That's when it comes to the surgery, and you know what I'm saying? That's why you have to be very careful with what you see and what you consume and with your thoughts. Your thoughts make your reality. You bring everything to you, to the physical. Like, there's daily affirmations that I say, and that's why certain things that you should listen to is depending on, like, you should be very careful on the content that you do consume. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's very important because that helps dictate your future as well. I know I went on a bit of a rant, but I'm just giving y'all some game here.
And in the context of beauty standards, repeated exposure to idealized celebrity images can gradually alter our understanding of what's normal or attainable in terms of our appearances.
I feel like a lot of these women, especially the celebrities, they look more expensive than expressive. That's the best way I can word it. It's almost like once you get to a certain stature, once you have enough money, you have to have this ultra snatched, sculpted look. Because maybe if you don't, people start saying that you look old or tired or like you let yourself go.
None of these women would be getting a call back if Clueless was being remade today, and that's because the beauty standard in Hollywood has changed so much since 1995 that arguably some of the most beautiful women in the world would not have a chance today. Her face is too expressive, her face is too plain, and Stacey Dash, well, she would need to do what she does now, which is...
I'm not gonna lie, is this Stacey? She's beautiful.
Just lighten up.
I think our standard of beauty is starting to shift to accept more AI filtered and uncanny looks, and a lot of...
Yeah, chat, look, y'all wanna know what's crazy? Look, when ChatGPT look edits my face, I fucking hate it. I'm not gonna lie, I'd be like, damn, this isn't me. I don't know if that's just a man thing, but like, when, like, look, let's say if I have ChatGPT, I'm like, here, make my thumbnail a lot clearer, and then they like change my face to make it not me. I'll be like, ew, that's just me though. I'm like, motherfucker, that's not me. I don't know if that's a men thing, but I feel like that's it's, I don't know, but I don't know. I feel like I'll have to do more research to to get a full depth.
Women are thinking that that's beautiful. But beauty is not supposed to be predictable. You don't have to change yourself to be what you think beauty looks like, because then it'll make you look like an unnatural shell of yourself. Just be yourself. That's it. You're enough. Thank you for tuning into the Girl Talk you didn't know you needed. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, whatever classy people like you do before heading.
You feel me? Janae Daniels W fucking video. You feel me? Sissy DJ Biggie. You feel me? Clock that too. This was a W video. I'm glad that we watched it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, though. But yeah, that was a